Yep.
So we got the Duck-on duo and the Mega Man being locked in. We're going to see Esvee versus Loading, loses round 5, winner will qualify for the top 12. But let's see on PS2 who is going to be taking that first game. That also important first game is going to be the German Duck-on or our resident Mega Man. Okay, Loading already starting off with the offense, but passing through that clay pigeon. Again, that clay pigeon just do so much damage already. Loading.
Back air.
Actually still has his double jump, but it's still like that's so much damage in one short interaction that it's almost even again. Okay, yeah, double jump through it. Now, great parry for Mega Man there.
And so far, Esvee keeping up in damage for sure. I'm just wondering how is he gonna take the stocks in a bit. And so far, Loading putting up a lot of pressure on the ledge.
That can prove to be an immovable object though. Well, yeah, the pressure is on, man. It's really on against these two players.
And the first back air, actually doing it right there. And Loading looking in control thus far, gets the double up air into the back air. And also hits the crash bomber right here, almost getting an extremely cheesy kill right there.
If that would have KO'd, it would have been disgusting.
That would have KO'd for sure.
That's basically like, just, okay, get rid of this first stack, it's already over. It's such a hard character to kill with as Duck-on, but it's also so much harder to make a proper comeback once you are in such a bad position against a character like Mega Man in RSC. But the problem is Mega Man is just so good at weaving around these projectiles and shutting them down once they get in your face.
And as you can see, like, most of the Mega Man throws out just says no to Duck-on setups, and that's why this matchup is so notoriously hard.
Yeah, I can see it.
Misses the ledge trump, gets punished for it actually.
When you ledge trump yourself, that's actually
there should be some damage. Gets hit by his own can, loses the second stock as well to his back air, and yeah. As you can see, like, Mega Man does find the KOs relatively easily compared to Duck-on, and that is why this is so rough.
Once he gets the down air, but a big punish from Esvee coming through. And now Loading, waiting to see how he can finish out that last stock, but Esvee putting some life back on the line. We've got a couple of good hits in, some great damage here from Esvee on Mega Man, but is going to be enough. 89% on Loading, 66% on Esvee. We've seen how early these edge guards can KO, but especially with the down air.
He was feeling for the up tilt. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess he just does it right there.
At 70, by the way.
Yeah.
That up tilt is so strong. It's insane. But Loading with the first game in the pocket.
Yep, and he looked very comfortable in the set so far.
The support for Loading from below.
Yeah, of course, one of the local legends, I'd say. Not even from the Netherlands, but from this particular region of the Netherlands as well. So
yeah, this is like their finest warrior almost.
Yeah, together with Solo as well, who's also from this province.
Oh yeah, same province. Yeah,
so that's So Overijssel not to be slept on, for sure.
No, they've been really growing as a region, even with like their mid-level players. They have been growing exponentially, setting Borderline up as one of the bigger locals in the Netherlands, and now we are moving to Yoshi's. First time we've seen a stage on stream, I believe.
Also a very interesting pick. I wonder what Esvee is planning here. Oh, and immediately Loading dictating the pace of the match, almost getting that first stock right there. And the damage he's been dealing is already huge. And Esvee still looking for an answer, finds some up airs right there. But it's not enough to bring him in the lead. And once again, the back air doing so much work for Loading. Really exploiting Duck-on's weakness off stage. Finally, Esvee finds some footing of his own.
Gets a clean 89% and 100. Almost catching up to Loading, but that up smash gonna scoop him up, electrify him, and that's the first stock from Esvee being gone. That cat does not want to move today.
No, not at all. And like the thing is, whenever loading hits the can with like a projectile or anything, he actually gains ownership of the can.
Yeah.
So, which means Esvee can no longer press B to ping the can, which is actually really huge for like positioning.
Okay, great can there by Esvee, trying to trap his Mega Man off the stage, but actually gets a frisbee through that and a clay pigeon.
Very clean back air right there.
Actually getting through with, I thought it was like the backer, and he went through with the clay pigeon. That's crazy. Does it also spawn on frame 1, that clay pigeon?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's understandable then.
Oh, and actually Esvee finding a huge F smash right there. And suddenly he's in the lead after being down like pretty much all game.
Yeah,
But he's off stage and loading coming in with the most insane edge guard right there.
That second stock from loading just absolutely blew up, so that deep backer of the stage is what he needed. And Esvee now needs to make sure that he gets that damage up quickly. We've seen that he can do it. We've seen that he is able to take these super early stocks, but he needs to get the right hits. He does get a couple of good aerials. Now loading, back on the stage, back on the hunt for that stock.
Yeah, and every time like Esvee is either in the air or off stage, he is just getting caught every single time because loading can just chase with the back air. And that is where Duck Hunt really just has to realize that he is taking damage regardless of what he's doing. Like, it is such a rough time for him. But at the same time, Esvee is doing so well, keeping up with loading. Just has to find a kill rather sooner than later.
He gets a great
decides to go with and actually down tilt with a very interesting angle right there. Oh, and the up air nearly not killing. Yep. And the back air actually taking the game. After like being down most of the game, Esvee claims this game and says, "I'm not done here."
You said that Yoshi was an interesting counter pick, but it's like he got stuck on that platform for such a long time, and Duck Hunt is so good at keeping you there and just applying pressure, even if he's not there. So it's just hard to get off that platform, and Esvee making the most of that, making it a very close set already. Despite how that game 1 looked, that game 2 looked as dominating for Esvee. So we're gonna go into game number 3. Still the same characters, no switch from either player, which is logical.
Yep.
But let's see if loading can recatch himself. For Esvee has the momentum now to catch through. Deep breath from Esvee. But maybe this is his chance to clean this up and get it going. But loading, of course, is not that one to let it happen to him.
Yeah, and this already feels like a quick head start for loading. Not too much in percents, I'd say, but he has been winning a little bit more interactions. Just as I say that, like that clay pigeon actually dealing quite a bit of damage.
I feel like this matchup is purely determined by the positioning of each player. Right? They got their positions where they're super comfortable. They got a position where the other player is able to do so much damage. And now loading, half of the double jump off the stage, getting crash bombed twice himself. And Esvee already with so much damage pulling through just by keeping that center stage, keeping the corner intact. Big damage for Esvee.
Ooh, and loading almost losing that first stock to a can. Oh, and now the dog has the neutral B in hand.
Catches it back. Loading 68% is enough for that can to slip through and get that first KO.
Yeah, and Esvee has been really finding the damage in this game as well. Like, it is not easy to KO Mega Man early, but like if you just deal a lot of damage and finally get in that hit, it doesn't really matter that much. Oh, actually, accidentally jabbing and getting killed for it as well. That's unfortunate to see. Let's see if Esvee can take back control.
He's so good at covering these roll-ins, even if it's now just with the down tilt. We've seen it against Fokelche and now against loading. It's another case of just keeping it in mind, making sure that people don't get through your traps, and another big string of damage for Esvee. Now at back air or down at 2. Answer for that. But Esvee, just that quarter pressure has been immaculate this game. Okay. Looking to get one more chunk of damage in before the final KO gets a explosion. No backer for you, sir. Still pushing through in this advantage. Gets
and the nair.
Okay. I've seen the nair kill a couple of times this set. Or just by yes. Very strong at just covering the jump.
Yeah. Oh, and loading is looking really strong with that combo right there, with that follow up. And Upsmash barely does not do it. Really needs to find something, and he's getting there. But in the meanwhile, Esvee is building up his lead as well.
Yeah, Duckon just can sometimes steal these leads and take them so far that it's almost impossible to get through with one stock up. Now we get the last stock for both these players, and as I said, Esvee with a great percentage lead here, 79% for him. Now making sure that loading does not take it back. 124. Ooh.
Goes for another F smash. Oh, and actually walks into the jab.
Yes.
Gets clipped. Oh, and loading once again, getting caught by the cans right there. Oh, and now Esvee he actually DIs him, but Esvee is not able to punish that right there. Oh, and this is actually scary. Oh, but the can
biting back.
Yes.
If my master gets down there, the cannon's here to save the day, and it is going to be the last stock for loading there. 2-1. Despite how terrible that matchup may seem, Esvee pulling through miraculously well.
I don't know how Esvee does this, man. This is actually insane. I do feel like loading has been getting hit a lot unnecessarily.
Yeah.
So I think he should be paying a little bit more attention to that. Otherwise, Esvee has been playing really well, finding his moments of dealing damage, minimizing risk as well, I feel. So I'm very impressed by that.
It just seems like once loading gets in that disadvantage, he has so much trouble getting out of it with like 70% attached to his belt. And it's hard for him to properly get back to the stage because Esvee has been so sharp in these ledge traps, in these offstage situations, getting that small, sometimes very big damage portions of damage in. And let's see, is Esvee going to continue that in this game 4. This is potentially the last game for loading in this bracket, but Esvee making sure that it is going to be a tough fight to get through. Ooh, lean back with the clay pigeon, enough for the dodge grab. Another clay pigeon. Those clay pigeons also do so much damage combined with that back air. Nice catching on the jump.
Oh, and he's so far off stage. And once again, the down throw. Ooh, barely misses the F smash right there. And now loading has to do something. Oh, the nair actually getting Esvee back to the stage. Oh, and this time the F smash will connect. And now Esvee is once again in the lead. And loading has to make something happen. The up tilt actually connects the wrong way around.
Oh,
and once again, the up tilt. It's not working out for loading. Oh, I feel like there's some input errors happening right there.
Yeah, loading, like just looking at the player, he seems kind of out of it, right? He just seems,
oh yeah, he does.
He's focused, but he's also like tilted. That's like such a bad combination of emotions, but of course you never know what's going on in his head. But loading struggles so much to find this KO, even if Esvee recovers high, even if he uses the air dodge, the can is just there to save the day. And now loading, again, having a lot of trouble, not getting the up smash in, almost getting another forward smash and no up tilt there. Loading, come on, he needs to find that KO because Esvee is just running away with it at this point.
And Esvee is just keeping up the pressure in the meanwhile, Loading still not finding that hit. Just keeps getting hit himself. Really has to... Okay, this should do it. Yeah.
Let's find the back throw now. This is a big lead for Loading to bite himself into. 105 with the way Esvee has been playing this last game. It seems to be very hard to get a proper lead back in.
Oh, and the Crash Bomber being used against Loading right there. Yeah, and also the Crash Bomber instantly detonates on the gunman.
That's interesting. That's a very specific
So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Ooh, Loading very close to losing his second stock. Manages to hold on for now.
Yeah.
Esvee right there with the back air.
Grabbing that item, but just getting stuck in that jab and not enough for Loading to catch that KO. No Belief Shield as well. Actually surprised that it went through everything. Walking through the Glaive Vision, Loading looking for a way to salvage this game, but Esvee has been playing phenomenally. So much just pressure, denying Loading every single opening he can get, jumping over it, covering every roll. Loading seems lost at this point.
He does. And it is definitely not over. If he manages to get the stock, he was so close right there with the down air. He can still make it back, but he has to take the stock rather sooner than later.
Oh, almost gets
And he
the
just
backer.
doesn't really manage to find it. Like, it is looking so rough.
That's a forward smash. That's a
Ooh.
big Glide Vision for Esvee there. Doesn't get the backer in, but still another on the way up. And the up smash there should not be the KO. Weak backer coming through.
Oh, and the can being so threatening right there. Oh, and yeah, this is not going to kill, but this is going to be setting him into a dangerous position. Esvee.
I was sure that was going to be a neutral. Is looking for that final
Oh, and
hit.
the gunman.
Yeah, that was actually a really clutch sheriff there. If it would have been the hit, that spells.
Oh, and the can against the stage.
Gets the untackable
Yep.
fresh can. So many moves he being hit besides the can. Saves it for the end. And that is going to be Esvee advancing through to the top 12.